2500 tick trap.
Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining, everybody. We're live back at it again. Traded in Nascraq every single day. Nah, man. Every single day. Trading in Nascraq. Good morning, everybody. I'm by my money. Drop a GM in the chat. Scalp that like button. Let's make some bamboo today. Let's get last 3 days we made max on Apex. 3 days in a row we've hit more than not more than but 1500 per day. Putting us around 4,500, 4,400 more or less. This actually looks like a good long here. I'm thinking about going long here, but the market's about to open in 10 minutes. I'm going to sit on my pause until the market actually opens here. Actually looks like a good long though. Coming up our trend line. Second entry long. Thinking about it. Surely thinking about it. The only thing is, like, it's a bad reaction, right? Get the second entry long triggers, but no follow through and reverses actually. Making me hesitate to go long here. Good morning, good morning. Jamil, good morning. Blue Steel, welcome, welcome. Everybody sleeping or something? What's going on? What is going on? Thinking about going long here, but yeah, I'll wait for next trade. I mean, that's a really good sign, right? Feels like an entry short. Coming right here off our trend line, off our 20 MA. Clear target, which is at least the previous day's close, in my opinion. It looks like a sure thing in terms of reaching, and there it is. Okay. Nice second entry long. I was thinking about it. I was surely thinking about it. Let's look at the higher time frames. Hassan, good morning, Knowledge Hub. Welcome. Jamil says, I'm taking it easy today. I got burned so hard yesterday, but luckily it was only my profits. Hey, that's great. I mean, seriously, at least it was house money, right? Yesterday it was not easy. I'll tell you that much. It was not easy. After a while, it got very choppy and very confusing. This is the 5 minute chart. I don't think anything yesterday was particularly easy. Maybe if you capture some of this huge move down, feels like entry long here. Maybe you capture this, but other than that, nothing looks very easy here. It ended up like a lot of volatility got sapped out of the market after a while. It was like huge. That's a big reason why I stopped trading yesterday because I knew the market was gonna start doing really weird stuff. Even during the day, it was doing really weird stuff. Like this huge spike here out of nowhere. I knew like weird things were gonna happen, but it ended up being like a pretty much a almost a doji day. I don't think yesterday was particularly easy. What's gold up to? Gold's not it hasn't started yet. I gotta change my hours on gold. 8:30 to 4 maybe. 8:30 to maybe 3:30. I'm gonna change the hours on gold. My active hours on gold. Huh, what are they? Eight o'clock. Honestly, 8:30 is probably better. 8:30 to 8:30 to 2:30. Interesting. 8:30 to 2:30. Maybe 8:30 to 3 makes more sense. Huh. I forgot how to change the times. It's been a while. I have to go to like the menu or something. What is this? So this pop off. We're on our trend line. Pandas, don't forget, we got a huge gap beneath that needs to fill. It's not like a question if it has to. It needs to. It will fill eventually. There's a huge gap on the Globex session. And just like this gap here, right? We had a huge gap here, filled. It took a couple of days, but it did fill, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 days to fill this gap. Took 4 days to fill this gap. Eventually, this gap will fill as well, right? This is the Globex session. It's a big difference between Globex and the 5-minute chart, or the Globex and the regular trading hours. If there's a gap on the Globex session, something is up. Something is up, and eventually will fill. When will it fill? I don't know. The daily chart. I mean, we are. Interesting. I mean, we are primed for another leg down on the daily chart. We are right on trend line. We got a gap beneath. We got a bearish looking candle here. I mean, we're kind of primed to shoot back down here. In fact, it's a second entry short here. Right, 2 legs up. 1, 2. We are primed to go short, in my opinion, but who knows? Lee, good morning. Makes me curious what you guys trade. Markets open. Markets are opened. Let's be cautious today, pandas. How about that? How about today we be a little more cautious? We've been rocket and rolling 3 days in a row, making max on Apex. Let's be a little cautious today, no? It's usually around this time where things get a little rocky, you know? Around this time, things get a little rocky here. Second entry long, hidden second entry long. The 5-minute has a gap beneath. Look at this, right? We break the previous day's open. We test it. We double top off of it. And then we reverse off of it and push down. This is the 5-minute chart. We
2500 tick
make a new low. Interesting. Okay. Could be trading range here for a little bit. We're just on our trend line on the 20 EMA currently. Okay. Interesting. Now we're breaking beneath our trend line. 2500 tick. Same trend line, 2500 tick. I'm looking for a fail second entry long here. But it is also turning a limit order market. We're creating a channel here right now. Actually, we're beneath the channel. Too many targets beneath. I feel like we got to go short here. Too many targets beneath. I feel like we got to try to go short. Plus, we triggered a second entry long beneath the 20 EMA here. Yikes. It's quite a strong bull bar. I'm going to try here. Whoa. I actually am on the wrong accounts. I'm on my take profit accounts by accident. Could be a happy accident. Let's see if we can make some bamboo here. Could be a real happy accident here. We're going to reverse this on the Apex accounts. We're on the Apex accounts on the other side of this. Which one will prevail? My take profit or my Apex? Which one will prevail?
2500 tick trap.
Alright, looks like my Apex is probably going to work out here. I reversed it on my Apex accounts. Let's make some bamboo. How high can you go? Maybe not that high. A failed trap here. It's going to hit me on both sides. This is to protect myself because this could just reverse very quickly here. Could do a pure limit order market on the 2500 tick. Yeah, I was scared it's going to reverse very quickly there. Right, the 2500 tick is looking like a limit order market. We have like four overlapping bars in a row, right off the 240 SMA. The 5-minute first bar is created, and it can just reverse back down here. Right, we don't know the market, right? We don't know the market cycle yet for the 5-minute. Sitting on my pause. Let's be a little patient here. Lost money on my take profit account, which is a darn shame. Kevin Matt, good morning. Welcome, guys. Make sure you scalp that like button. Thanks for joining, everyone. All right. We made a new low here. Right. I think a little funky, a little wacky price action right now. The 5-minute proving to be like a limit order market right now. This bar, wait, we just got bought at the bottom of this bar. Where's the conviction at? Where is the conviction at? Just gotta wait. I mean, if it's a limit order market,
2500 tick trap.
I mean, two can play this game, right? Two can absolutely play this game.
5-minute trap.
5-minute trap? Interesting. Strong bull bars, ending on their highs, could be a breakout here. Just gonna sit on my pause. Very confusing. Lost a teeny trade on my take profit accounts. Yeah. Okay. High or low. Interesting. High or low goes nowhere. In fact, reverses on the higher low. Very tricky. Right. You got like massive bull bars here, and then it just reverses. And it creates a trading range. Essentially like this. Essentially like this. Creates a trading range essentially like this. It fails to kind of hit the bottom of the trading range where we get the most hits. It fails to hit it. It bounces back up. Could be signs of bullishness here. Bullish pressure. Two can play this game, right? Two can play the limit order game. Two can play. Two can absolutely play this game. Higher highs, higher lows. Looking a bit bullish here.
Five-minute trap.
Higher low. Tricky. Sitting on my paws, just confused. I'm completely okay not even taking a trade today if I don't need to. Little gap here. It's kind of taking off. Kind of taking off. Curious to see where the top of this channel will be. High or low triggering here. Making higher highs, higher lows. Like, you can't deny it. We're in an uptrend. But do I want to go long? That's the question. If I do want to go long, how do I want to go long? Okay. It's floating. Surely is floating. I don't know if any trade's really worth it right now just to go long. It's grinding up. I'm curious to see if a broad channel is created here. This is currently on breakout mode. Small pullback, bull trend. Very small pullback, bull trend here. Okay. Interesting. The 5-minute chart, we're back. We're kind of back to the previous day's open. Back to this area of resistance. The weekly high is right here. I mean, if we break this weekly high, things can get very interesting. Things can get very interesting if we break this weekly high. Right, that means the weekly inside bar fails. This setup fails on the weekly chart. Could be fireworks. Currently, this is a small pullback bull trend, and you cannot short this. No matter how much you want to, you can't short it. Gotta let it play itself out until it exhausts itself. Shows clear signs of changing, or maybe even turning to an uptrend. Kevin Mack, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Hey, make sure you drop GMs in the chat. Today is the last day for 90% off Apex. Take advantage of it. I know I will. I'm gonna load up on so many Apex accounts, you're not gonna even believe it. Apex galore. 90% off, pandas. You load up now. Let's see. To get ready for next week, we got some big news coming up. Core PC index at 10 o'clock on Wednesday. I probably will just wait till then and then just try to pass my my evals next Wednesday. But I'll buy a bunch today. Hold them till next Wednesday. Try to pass them next Wednesday. Huge bull bar ending near its high on the 5-minute chart. This it looks like a trading range really, but it's a strong move up. Broke out of this small pullback bull trend. Probably turned to some sort of spiking channel here. Regardless, nothing good to trade here for me. I don't like anything here. Hard for me to really predict what will happen. I mean, I guess you can keep going long and just have a small stop loss on the other side. So keep scalping to the upside maybe. I just don't know if any trade's worth it though. This is going up. What can I say? I mean, it's launching up. First entry. Coming in for a trend line. Could be a decent trade to take. I mean, this makes a new high. I mean, this is a lot more bullish than I thought it was going to be. It is. Like, bulls are in full control right now. What can I say? They're absolutely in full control right now. Limit order bears showing their presence here. Right, you can see the presence of the limit order bear starting to come in. If we break this low, the pattern's breaking, right? We're making higher highs every single time. But now we're showing some signs of limit order bears coming in now. It could be soon where we may reverse or turn to a trading range. Okay, we finally break the pattern. We have 5 pushes up. Not bad. Check, check. Blue steel, but Apex PA fees will burn you after the promo ends. The fees stay the same. The PA fees are, I think they stay a while. They tend to stick around. If anything, they get cheaper. But it depends on how long it takes. If it takes you like 3 months to pass, and I don't know what the promo will be at the time. But usually the activation fee lasts a little bit longer. In general, the activation fee has been around 130. Bounce off the 20 EMA here. First pullback really in this like pretty strong breakout. I guess a second entry long. I could look for a strong bull bar ending on its high with follow through. Let's see. Remember, there are limit order bears all right here waiting. Right, as you can see, they get knocked down here 2 times. It's knocked down here once. Gets knocked down again here. Oh, the bear's done. Is all they have. Second entry long is what I'm waiting for, if we can get one. Okay, second entry long forming here, but it is far away from 20 MA. And really close to the top of this pivot. Making things suspicious. It's an OI pattern here. IO pattern, inside, outside. Okay, it does pop up. It triggers a second entry long, but it's not on our any support here. It was right at where the limit order bears were starting to reveal themselves here. So I decided to skip it. Ends up popping up a little bit here. 15 points, not bad. Should be more interested in taking this long if we come all the way back up here, but strong bear bar ending near its low. Right, the limit order bears, they had limit orders a little bit higher. I think that's enough. We had enough of this uptrend. We're coming in here, or the bulls are taking their profits. Either one, right? Bulls taking profits here, not taking profits here, a little bit above. Interesting. Lots of overlapping bars here. Skipping this. I mean, this could launch, but I'm gonna just take it easy today, pandas. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the market gets very tricky here, and I just get chopped up here. Get chopped into pieces, just like Last of Us. Don't get chopped like The Last of Us. Alright, this ends up making a little more profit here. A big pullback back down. Snaps back up. I do not know why they casted Ellie like that. They did Ellie wrong. Why would they cast Ellie like that? Sorry, I did lower my mic a little bit. I'll get closer to my microphone. Sorry about that. There's some ambient noises I don't want you guys to really hear. Ambient noises I don't want you to hear. Check, check. What was I thinking? I should just go long. I should have just bought anywhere and I would be making money today. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my levels. Check, check. Check. Alright. Hopefully this is better. Sorry if I blew up your eardrums. It was worth the sacrifice. Thank you. But why would they cast Ellie like that? Like, they did Ellie dirty. They did Ellie dirty. Oh, am I checking? Check, check, checkmate. Takes, check, check, takes, check, takes, checkmate. Alright, what am I doing? YL 10 contracts long. Thoughts and prayers. 5 minute, it literally is just a rocket ship. And the bar's getting smaller and smaller though, but it's going straight up. There's no other direction it's going. It's going straight up. And the most chappy, grindy move up I've seen. I mean, I've seen worse, to be honest. This is not too bad, actually. I just don't have any opportunities here. Like, is any trade worth it right now? That little baby bars here. Look at that. What's the range of this bar? The range of this bar is not even 6 points. Wow. Little baby bars here. High or low? I'd rather take with limit orders. Limit orders with a small stop loss. I personally thought it would bounce off somewhere down here.
2,500 tick trap.
I personally thought it would bounce off somewhere off of here. It didn't really get there. Now we got like a bunch of overlapping bars, but it is bouncing off support. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Let's see if we get follow through. I don't feel confident in this uptrend at all, to be honest. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Gets reversed immediately. Now, why would it do that? Now, why would the market want to do something silly like that? Comes back to the 20 EMA. Bounces off the 20 EMA.
2,500 tick
Creates a
trap.
tail off the 20 EMA. What's that about? What's happening here right now? Are we launching here? Just go long. Guess I'm a little eager to go long right now, but just got like 4 overlapping bars in a row. I'll let it play out. I don't mind missing this entire uptrend. I could care less. It's the main reason why is because there's no good setups here. No second entry longs. It's literally just first entries and it's choppy. It's just like there's not much I can do here, you know. It's getting a little messy, a little too noisy. I could just use this right now. I could use this, but because it keeps going up, I'm going to use this. Pivot. It's very bullish. Incredibly bullish here. Like literally 0 reversals on the 5-minute chart. I just don't like how choppy it is, but it's going up. Like there's no doubt about it. Look at these OI patterns throughout this entire uptrend. Breaks to the upside, OI pattern. I guess I'm willing to take small little trades here. Little scalps. This market is beckoning scalps here. Let's see. Jeez, I cannot find an entry here. It's actually sick. In the moment I enter, you know what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen the moment I enter. You know exactly what's going to happen the moment I enter. Go on, hey Panda, do you know what happens when you have more than 20 past Apex evals? Wow, that's pretty nice. Having more than 20 evals passed. Jeez. Well, just don't turn them to PAs. I think you can just keep them passed and then just don't turn them to PAs, and when you need them, turn them to PAs. I believe you can do that. I don't know how long they last for, but I'm probably at least like a month. I don't know. I don't know if there's even a time limit on them. Let's just say, I mean, I've been in that position. I've had more than 20 past PAs, and I basically just kept them on standby. Like I just don't sign them, and I don't like pay for them to turn to PAs. And when I need them, I turn it to them. And I think like the longest I've ever held it, probably like a week. Yeah, a little small news, little jerky movement here, but not much, nothing huge. All right, still jerky. Still going long, but kind of spiky now. Lots of dojis. Dojis, still dojiing. Lots of dojis here. I mean, this could pop off, but lots of dojis. What can I say? Lots of dojis. Unstoppable uptrend. Unstoppable uptrend, but very like grindy. Very small candles, going up very slowly, but relentless. Unrelenting or relentless? What's the word? What do I use? Is it relentless or unrelenting? Are they the exact same thing? Are they not the exact same thing? Unrelenting and relentless? Lentils, okay. I mean, should I? The one time I go long, you know exactly what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen the one time I go long here. Deep pullback. Full-blown reversal. First time showing second entry long. Right when I enter. You know the moment I enter what's going to happen. The nice thing about this volatility is that the risk is small. So, whatever. 7 pushes up here in a row. Can we get 8 pushes up in a row? The moment I enter, you know what's going to happen. It's going to go wham, reverse. Biggest reversal of the day. We might see it here just because I entered. We get a second entry long out of nowhere. I guess I'll hold for the second entry long. Now it's a deep pullback. At a certain point in time, you gotta admit you're wrong, but
Tick trap.
this unrelenting uptrend, hopefully we get some, we don't just reverse here. But the moment I enter, you know that's when it's gonna reverse. It's just, I have a gift. I have a gift, pandas. I actually have a gift here to call the tops of super strong uptrends. It's a special gift. It takes a long time to acquire, but I have it. Goodness gracious, look at this pullback. Right, the deepest pullback we've had in a long time. Happens right when I enter. That higher low, and I'm going to try to scale in here. I mean, this is the biggest risk I'm going to take here. I can't take more than this risk. Second entry long off of 20 EMA and trend line. Bad signal bar though. $2,500 tick trap. The moment I enter, you know it's going to reverse real strong. The moment I enter, you know that's when it's going to have a full-blown reversal. The moment I try here. The moment I try to go long, you know that's when the reversal happens. Fail second entry long triggers. This is going to break my neck. This is absolutely going to break my neck here. I already know it. I already know it's going to break my neck here. I'm going to enter long again, though, if it doesn't. Right, this is a really A+ setup here. Coming off our trend line and 20 EMA here. When you see the setup, you got to take it. Whoa. 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 It doesn't fill me. It spikes up and hits my targets but doesn't fill me. I'm out. Right? If it spikes up and doesn't fill me, it doesn't. Right? It actually hit all my targets, but it didn't fill any of my targets. It didn't fill me, so I'm out. Like that happens. When that happens, usually it reverses very strong, right? Because it hits your targets, reverses back down, and you're like, "Why didn't it fill my targets?" And now you're like in a really bad position. Happens all the time. I'm out. If it pops up, it is what it is. But it hit all my targets, but didn't fill me on any of them because it spiked up so quick. It actually does pop up, but pandas, like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. When it spikes up and doesn't fill my targets like that, I'm out. Like, when funky stuff like that happens, I don't like it. Like, 9 out of 10 times when that happens, it reverses pretty strong. It just happens that one time where, I decide to actually be able to, and I'm actually able to skunk it. Usually I'm not even able to skunk it because it moves so fast. But I actually hit my targets and didn't fill me, so it was too sus. I'm out. It's just too weird. I mean, this is floating though. I mean, it's just unrelenting again. It's all good. I don't mind. I don't mind like having a dud day today. It'll count as a trading day, right? This is my 4th trading day on these accounts. You need 8 trading days to do a payout. One day you do have to have. One day you can flip. As long as you make over 100, it's not considered flipping. If you make over $100, it's not considered flipping. I mean, maybe that's my goal. I'm looking for $100 here, but if not, it's all good. It is making a beeline right to the previous day's high. It is making a beeline there. The 5 minute again, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bull bars in a row. 8 bull bars in a row, but inside a trading range. Potential trading range here. If I were to make a trading range, I'll make it look like this. Like we're near the top. We're not there yet, so I can still like gravitate towards the top, but we're very close, in my opinion. You know the moment I enter has a deep pullback to the 20 EMA. Ends up bouncing off of it quite nicely. It is what it is. I also felt strange because I was kind of breaking a rule. I was extending my stop loss, but the reason why I was doing that, I ended up risking what, 23 points. Like the candles were so small, like 23 points. It's almost how much I risk on one trade. On a regular, almost like on a regular day here. At least these days it's been regular. I mean, the market is calling for this. I mean, it's calling me. What can I say? I hate it. But it's just, there's just no other way to make money today. You gotta just buy with limit orders, right? Limit orders are bought at the end of that bar, close of that bar. The market is just forcing me to do this. What can I say? I just got to buy a limit order somewhere. I'll take a second entry long. This uptrend is incredibly strong, but it's just a bull leg in a trading range, so these tend to be very strong. All right, give me a second entry long, whatever. We're actually getting second entry long here. Really, first, second entry long, other than this one. Very bad signal bar, though. Like, the worst of worst signal bars. Hits the 20 EMA here. Are people still buying with limit orders at the 20 EMA? We'll find out soon. I just don't think I can go short. Even though if it creates a trap, I can't go short. Second entry long. Now it's going beneath the 20 EMA strong bear bars. First reversal on the 5-minute chart took forever. In my opinion, this has one more leg up. This is like incredible move up. I think it has one more leg up. No entries to go short, right? It's no fail second entry longs here. We might get one here. Might be a little too far down though. It's so silly to try to go short here. The silly of silliest things ever. It's just most likely limit orders are coming in from the bulls here, in my opinion. It's just a pretty looking trap, though. I'm going to try. I'm going to try here. 3 overlapping bars now. This trap's going to fail. Yeah, I thought so. I really thought that was going to fail. I mean, it was probably limit orders all waiting down here by the limit order bulls on the 5-minute chart. I mean, it was so obvious. It's just, it looked like such a good trap. As like aesthetically, it looked really good. So I said, I'll try. I'll try anyways. But it made sense that limit order bulls were while waiting right here. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm down 250. I'm down 250. It's such a small risk. Thought it was worth it. But the limit order bulls, it makes sense. They're just waiting at the bottom of every bar just to buy. It completely made sense why I lost that trade. It's fine. The risk was small. It does push down again. Takes it takes shots me. It's fine if it pushes down here. I don't know. Still think limit order bulls are waiting down here. Tick shots me interesting. Okay. I was not expecting a tick shot. I was expecting a pretty strong reversal right there. Limit order bulls waiting down here. Right, they're waiting here. Not waiting down here. Limit order bulls still, right, on the 5-minute chart. They're just seeing this huge uptrend. They say, you know, we're going to take our chances. We're going to buy beneath, hoping that this is not the end of this up, you know, this bull move, this bull leg, thinking we have more room to go up. So they say, you know, if I buy anywhere, keep scaling in, eventually I'll at least come out break even. The probabilities are so high on that, they're banking on it. Curious to see what happens off the 20 EMA here. Right, this is where it gets choppy, right? You take the trap, then maybe some people go long thinking the trap fails, and then that long fails. So you get like a double trap here that both fail. Okay, popping up. Most likely going to make a new high. Most likely going to make a new high eventually. Such a strong uptrend. And really, this is first break of trend if you think about it. Which is huge channel here. And it's a first break of trend. Higher low, but expanding pattern, bouncing off the top of it. Like today, I knew it was gonna be tricky. It's gonna be hard for me to read this. I knew it was gonna be hard for me to read this. Could create trading range here. Higher low? Okay. I mean, this could pop off. I don't know. It's not like a good enough setup for me to just go long here. Feels like entry short would be better. It does make a new high, right? Breaking this high. Feels like entry short would be better for me. Right, coming back to the top of this trading range. It's a second entry short though, so it could actually just push down. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Right, bears would be happy with this bar. Very happy with this bar. Looks a bit bearish to me now. Might come back to the bottom here. Right, it looks pretty bearish when you have a bar like that. Second entry long may trigger. 2500 tick. Right, two legs down. A, B, C coming off the 20 MA. Could be very possible. Almost desired, right? We almost want that at this point. So let me get a setup. A little gap here, most likely will fill. It's a teeny gap, but most likely will fill. Might fill here. Right, it's a little gap here. From this close to this open, it's a 1 point gap. Market's trying to fill it. Most likely will fill here. It's like guaranteed, no? Nope, doesn't fill. No guarantees. It doesn't actually fill. It's very close, but doesn't fill. Three overlapping bars in a row. That's when you should, your sirens should go off, right? When you get 3 overlapping bars in a row, you should kind of be like, okay, this is getting a little bit tricky here. Little bit tricky. Now it's going to fill the gap. Ugly looking price action. Look at the 2,500 tick. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Now it's like 3 overlapping bars in a row. I don't know what to do here. I guess I want to go long, but this is looking so ugly here. It's looking really ugly. Like, it needs another push down, in my opinion. It looks unfinished, right? It feels like unfinished business down here. It feels like it needs another push down, but it's not giving it to us. It's not giving us anything here, so it is what it is. Strong bull bars. Probably coming straight to the top here without giving us a setup. All good. It is what it is. Oh, I pattern on the 5-minute chart. I'll probably take it on the 5-minute. Right, you got an OI pattern here on the 5-minute chart. I'll probably take it to go long.
2,500 tick trap.
Let's see if we can get this set up here. It'd be nice. I need this to close before, though, it breaks the top map. We don't have to set up anymore, right? It ends up breaking above it before catfish, so we don't get the OI pattern. Like I said, right, it's going to go up with no setups for us. Right, I'm not going to go long here. Like, how am I supposed to capture this leg up? Right, when it's hard to look at this. Like, look at Pit. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at what I'm looking at. Another one here. Here. Like, oh, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Super nasty price action, to be honest. Just disgusting. Disgusting, yes. I haven't seen Crimson Demon in a while. What's going on? We're down 250, but every once in a while, it's good to have a red day to remind yourself that even gods can bleed. Even pandas can bleed. It's good to have a red day every once in a while. Right, new high was created, which I was saying a very likely chance a new high was going to be created. I just didn't know how. I didn't know it was going to be like this. But lo and behold, here we are, the new high created. And it happens in the most disgusting way. But it does happen. I don't know. Am I just trying to go long here? Limit orders? I just don't think... There's like the low probability trades. Maybe a 1-to-1 risk reward. It's just... that's a negative EV. Low probability and a 1-to-1 risk reward. Like, that is so... That is the worst EV you can think of. Not the worst you can think of, obviously. But... Right, low probability and bad risk reward. That is the worst of both worlds. And that's what feels like the kind of conditions we're in right now. Like, what's the probability this is going to keep going up? How high is it? If it's very high, then we can make a 1-to-1. It's a good trade. If it's very low, then a 1-to-1 is a bad trade. Right? You need to make more than a 1-to-1. You need to make a 1-to-2, probably minimum, to make it the trade worth it. This is popping up. One single pullback on the 5-minute chart. This entire uptrend. One pullback so far. We're hitting the top. We're getting close to the top of the trading range. If this does become a trading range, right? Big down, big up. And there's gaps beneath, right? There's a gap here that hasn't filled. Obviously, a huge gap here that hasn't filled. We got a lot of gaps that haven't filled beneath. But we are rocketing up. Bull leg in a trading range. Expect reversal, in my opinion, when we get to the top. But who knows? Who knows? Who actually knows? No one knows. What is the loss differential today? Oh, okay, here. We'll keep it at 3, right? Loss differential, keep it at 3. We're 0-1. We're down 250. It's all good, baby. It's all good. We got this. We got this. I mean, look how close we are to the top of this trading range. It is interesting. Huh. Wacky. Wacky looking price action. What can I say? Nothing I love here. Nothing I love here. Nothing I love here. In fact, everything I hate. I hate everything here. I hate it all. Buying or selling? What do I do here? What to do? What to do? Okay. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Starting to get a little choppy here. Even on the 5-minute. We're now starting to show some bear bars. At least one bear bar in this entire sequence. Lots of overlapping bars here. Right, this is very choppy on the way down. It's still a limit order market. I don't know. I don't know what to do here.
2,500 tick trap.
Showing bull bar ending on tie. I mean, give me at least a second entry long to play with. No second entry long. It's just bounce off the 20 EMA. Okay, makes a new high. I'm sorry, I didn't capture any of this uptrend. I can't. It just keeps faking me out with all this nonsense, make me feel like it's gonna reverse soon, and then it's just like keeps popping up so strong. I don't know. And the moment I did try to go long, it reversed pretty strong. Came out break even on that trade. Paid the price actually trying to reverse it. The price I paid was $250. We're at the top of the trading range now. If we were in one, we're at the top of it. Maybe some people taking profits here. I mean, you think people take profits base, get the previous day's high. That's what you're thinking. Daily chart. I thought it was primed for a second entry short here, but on the daily chart. But obviously, with this price action, not anymore. High or low. Still coming with limit orders. Bulls are not scared at all. Did someone say Apex? Take 5-minute ES going to 547.8.7 Apex of yesterday's triangle. Pandas, don't forget to use code BBM for 90% off Apex. It is a time to load up on your Apex accounts. You sure know I am going to. It's about that time. Look at this, just incredible grind up right now. What is this? What am I looking at here? I-O-O-O pattern. I-O-O-O. Sick. So sick. High or low? This market looks and feels dirty. This market absolutely looks and feels so filthy. Absolutely filthy. I simply can't take this second entry long. It's too choppy. This is too choppy. It's too ridiculous here. Ugh. So ridiculous. This price action. It's like 5 bajillion overlapping bars in a row right now. It's just super grindy. No volume. I mean, it's no volatility here, but this is just going up. And unfortunately, I missed this entire move up, really. But, you know, let's just say there were no entries, right? Second entries. Looking for some sort of second entries. No second entries along this entire way, except right here, and it was an ugly-looking second entry. And you can tell the moment it triggers and reverses, goes back up, though, but not pretty. Another second entry here, but like I said, it had that funky price action. It snapped up, hit all my targets, didn't fill me, came back down. I just got out of the trade. So, like, I tried to enter, but every time I did, it just, I don't know. It just didn't feel right. Super Nintendo 64 says, you mainly trade NQ? Yeah. I used to trade the EMINI, but it is pure torture. It was like I was ripping my fur out of my eyes. It was insane. And at a certain point in time, I just said, you know, let's just try NQ. And once I tried NQ, I love the volatility. Except you get things like this every once in a while. Literally grinding its way up, just squeezing water out of a rock right now. Just absolutely grinding to the max. Okay, trigger Big Mama. Obviously, I'm not going to take Big Mama here. It's too grindy. Too many limit orders. Once you Nascraq, you can't go back. You know what I mean? Once you Nasdaq, you can't go back. Take just past 450k evals that I use BBM 90 on. Things, man. Ooh. I thought you were done, though. I thought you had more than 20. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Use code BBM. You can use code just BBM from now on in the future. You don't have to use BBM. I used to have like BBM 90, BBM 20, BBM like 50, but now it's just code BBM. Consolidated all to that. Because I was here when Apex kind of first started, and before I didn't know I didn't know how they're gonna do their promo. So when they made a new promo, like my first promo was like BBM plus the number of the promo, like BBM 80 or BBM 50, and then they had like a 80%. I was like, okay, give me another promo, BBM 80, and then after once in a while, I realized they're just having a bunch of promos, and you could use the same code on all of them. So I just said, just change. You can just change it all to just BBM. My inclination is that we might reverse off of the previous day's high because we created basically an expanding pattern, right? We made a lower low and now we're making a higher high. So in one leg, we made an expanding pattern here. It made me feel like we're going to reverse at that high. So I'm not trying to go long when we're this close to the high. In fact, if anything, I want to reverse it here. What is last day for Apex sale it's today. If you look at the top, it kind of tells you when. But you know what? I'll remind everyone. Today's the last day you can use the code. Why is the Apex 150K, 250K, 300K all the same price? My thinking is this. They get the best bang for their buck for the 150K, 250K, and the 300K because they are pretty much banking on the fact people cannot consistently get to payouts with the higher accounts, so they make them cheaper. That's what I'm thinking. I like the 150K because the $5,000 drawdown is like perfect for my style, but I think most people will struggle to get payouts with those higher accounts because the minimum is so high in order to get a payout that I'm guessing people will struggle. I'll take a reversal here if we get it. It's right on cue, right on time. Yeah, the trailing drawdown is pretty bad. I think with the 300K, the trailing drawdown is 6,500, which is a lot, right? It is a lot. We are primed to reverse here, right? We tried to break the previous day's high, top of a trading range. I'm going to go short here. Thoughts and prayers. Okay. Lower high underneath the 20 MA is looking good for me. A fail second entry long would just be so juicy. Like, it would be almost impossible for me to pass up on a fail second entry long here. It'd be near impossible for me to skip a fail second entry long here, to be honest.
2500 tick trap.
Target filled. Target filled.
Pandas, like I said, near impossible for me to skip a fail second entry long. Sorry, I was so focused. I was just so incredibly focused on that trade. Sorry. So incredibly focused on that trade. It's a hidden second entry long, or hidden second entry short. I usually don't take the hidden ones, but this is a hidden second entry short here. Maybe looking to really push down here a little bit. Small risk, could be decent reward here. Small risk, decent reward. I'm looking for good reward here. I might lose it, but that was small risk. Worth it in my opinion. Absolutely worth it in my opinion. Could have been a huge move down. Could have been a huge move down. I'm like 2 and 2 right now. Gonna go short again here. Gonna go with 1. Because I'm looking for a really good risk reward here. Looking for a really good risk reward here. Like really good risk reward. Am I getting chopped up here? Maybe I should calm down a little bit. Creating an L4 setup. Snaps back down. I will go in. Ooh, I'll wait. I'll wait. Outside bar reversal. I shall wait. It's looking juicy, right? Sticking to my channel here. Sticking down to my channel here is looking really juicy. Basically, there's a floor that needs to break right here. Once that floor breaks, it could really flush. It could seriously flush if this floor breaks. But I need the floor to break first. I'm going to get hit again here. Darn. But this floor breaks, I'm taking it. Going in another contract. This could be a really strong push down. This could be a really good risk reward. This is why I'm taking it. This risk makes sense. Unfortunately, it didn't really break. I need to close beneath the floor here. If this floor broke, we could have a really strong push down, but maybe getting a little too anxious there. Little too FOMO'd. I don't know if I want to hold much more risk than this. I'll go one more contract down. Last contract, and then we'll have a small risk here. If this actually breaks, then we got to try. We got to try for an excellent risk reward here. For potential big move down. Potential really big move down here. Wow. Do I have to let it cook a little bit? Do I have to let it cook?
Target filled.
Okay. We're in payout city. We're in payout city, pandas. Let's just be happy we're in payout city. I want to get payout city secured. We made more than a 1-to-1. I'll take it. Probably could have made more than that. Probably could have made more than that. Jeez. I should have just trailed my stop loss. But we had this floor here that was just about to crumble. And crumble it did. What can I say? What a push. What a push down. I could have held it for more, man. Pandas, I could have held it for more, but it's all good. I was more concerned about making payout city, and we were in payout city, right? We made over $5,000. Actually, we're $5,543, and we were kind of like securing our payout city here. We almost made max, actually. Almost made max. You know what? I probably would have just had it here, one tick above the previous candle's high. So I didn't leave too much on the table. I really didn't leave that much on the table. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So we broke beneath that floor, and now we come back up, breaking above the floor again. 2500 tick chart actually created a OI pattern here. Created OI, hit the 1-to-1, the OI pattern. That's what I was eyeing. Some confluence. Really the second leg down on the 5-minute chart, right? But comes at a perfect time, top of a trading range, which is the main reason why I decided to go short along this way down. Curious to see what happens here. Multiple bull bars in a row, ending on their highs, and being bought up immediately, right? Always in long. What am I looking for, pandas? Am I trying to go short or am I trying to go long here? Hey. What am I trying to do here? Am I trying to go short or am I trying to go long? Now that we're here, I kind of want to make a little more bamboo. Now that we're here, I kind of want to make a little more bamboo. Second entry short. It doesn't make sense to take the second entry short in my opinion. We're above the 20 EMA. Strong bull bar. Now we're rising above here, this trend line. And is second entry equals two-legged pullback? Yes. Second entry is the entry after a two-legged pullback. So this is a second entry short, right? 2 legs up, and the entry after that is the second entry. And 1 leg up, first entry. 2 legs up, second entry. 3 legs up, guess what? Third entry, but also consider it just a sequence of a bunch of second entries. All right. It's a second entry short, does trigger. But above the 20 EMA, right? Not even, it's above our trend line. You can't take this short. But obviously people don't care and they're doing it anyways. Pushing down quite hard here. Pushing down quite hard. Quite hard. I want one more trade. Maybe a lower high would be good here. I don't know. Interesting. I have a setup, an almighty setup actually. A fail second entry long on the 2500 tick chart. Could be juicy here. A fail second entry long on the 2500 tick chart could be so incredibly juicy here. The main issue, actually even the 2500 tick chart is only 26 ATR right now. It's not even that much risk. It's not even that much risk, to be honest. Multiple bull bars in a row, though. And higher low. Higher low, higher highs. Second entry does trigger on the 2500 tick chart. On the opposite side of this is a fail second entry long. Could be juicy. Could be juicy here. Could be really juicy here. Could be incredibly juicy here. But who knows? This could just lift off. I don't know. The bars are overlapping enough where it does feel like it can just come back down with limit orders at this point. Tough to say. I'm ending the stream if we break this high. I'm ending the stream if we break this high. Simple as that. If we break this high, I'm ending the stream. Strong bull bar ending on its high. 2500 tick chart. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Strong bull bar ending on its high. It could be a limit order market. I don't know. Or confirmation for the bulls to just buy out of their minds right here. Too hard to tell for me. Not much follow through on that strong bull bar. Higher low. Not strong enough setup for me to really go long here. Plus we're at the top of a channel if we are in one. I want one more trade, but are we going to get it? We're in payout city, pandas. Jace Daniel, just email support@twoleggedpullback.com. They'll gladly help you out. High or low? High or low? Not a good enough setup for me. Even this trap is ugly, but if you're looking for a long trade, could be a okay setup. I don't know. I'm ending the stream if we break this low or break this high. That's my conditions today. That's my conditions. If I can't find a setup within this range here. Pushing down. Pushing down. Back into this small trading range here. Right, the top of the channel. Couldn't really break out of it. Do I want to go short here? I don't know.
2500 tick trap.
I can't go long here. It's butting its head right to the top of the channel. Lower high, setting itself up. Not good enough for me, in my opinion. Right, you can see there's limit orders here. That's a nice bear bar though if you want to go short. But you can tell there's limit orders off the 20 EMA. We bounced off of it once already. We bounce off it again. But that's a good looking signal bar to go short. Second entry long. I'll take a fail second entry long here. Come back to the bottom of this trading range, small trading range. Uh, does this look bullish to you guys? Does it look somewhat bullish to you guys? I don't know. It's getting very choppy. Awesome. Here, I'm about to get funded on 5 Apex accounts. Let's get it. Congratulations. Prop firms. Some prop firms are scams. Apex and TPT are not. Apex, though, they do make it difficult to get payouts because you got to do a lot. There's a lot of rules. Like, it's basically a thesis when you look at the consistency rule page. It's just insane. But basically, if you just kind of trade normal, 1 contract, 2 contracts, max like 4 contracts, and you know, just kind of just trade regular, don't do anything tricky, then you should be fine. My trading style is very fitting for Apex, actually.
2500 tick trap.
Okay. 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 Coming off our trend line here. I don't know what to do here. I'm so eager to enter one more trade, but I got no good setups right now. Absolutely nothing. Coming off our trend line, actually. Quite nicely. Actually, perfectly. Don't love it, but I'll try.
2,500 tick trap.
I don't love it, but I'll try.
Five-minute trap.
Target filled.
Just another day's work, pandas. Hitting max. Just another day's work hitting max here. Whew. 1,500. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, no TP today. No TPT today. I did trade my TPT accounts. I am up like $700 on them. Whatever. But we're in payout city with Apex. We're in solid territory here, and the nice thing is that anything above 5,000 account profits we can withdraw. So I mean, there's some benefit to making more than max. Not more than max, but there's some benefit to making more than 5,000. Like, but the main thing is you got to trade safe. You do not want to blow your accounts. You do not want to get out of payout city. So I may be taking it easy here on the Apex accounts. I have 4 more days I need to trade, and I believe 2 of them I can flip. So 2 days I need to make over $100 in the next 4 days, and I should be okay to just get my payouts with Apex. And honestly, pandas, my goal with Apex right now is I want to get 3 payouts in a row. I want to get 3 solid payouts in a row, and but the issue is that it's very hard to get that second payout, because what I end up doing is I add 5 more accounts on top of this, and that means I need to make another $5,000. I need to make another $5,000 on top of what I've already made. So it makes it quite difficult to actually get the payouts, the second payout, which, you know, if you're profitable, eventually you should be able to do it. But I'm having a hard time hitting that second payout, right? My plan is right now is to have 5 Apex accounts, get my payouts, and with those payouts, add 5 more, right? Double it up. And with those payouts, if I get to second payouts, then the ultimate challenge, pandas. 3rd payouts with 20 accounts. 3 payouts with 20 accounts, or the 3rd payout will be 20 accounts, and that will kind of solidify all my accounts together, and I will be like maxed out on Apex with static threshold, right, on all my accounts. Right, static threshold on 20, 150K accounts. Then we're talking like, even if you make $100 a day on 20 accounts, right, that's $100,000 a year. $100 a day, it's $100,000 a year. Wait. $100 a day on 20 accounts. Let me calculate this. $100 a day on 20 accounts times 250 is it's $500,000 a year. It's $500,000 a year if I can just make $100 a day on average. Right? On average, what have I been making on these accounts? I've been making $1,500, right? $1,500 on average. Now I gotta dial it down just to make $100 on average per account. If I have 20 accounts, all on static threshold, Panda's that's the dream, right? That's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get 20 accounts, static threshold, and we're trying to do it slowly. 5 accounts, and 10 accounts, and then 20 accounts. I'm trying to get to that third account. I'm trying to get to that third payout. I'm having trouble getting to that second payout after I add on 5 more. I've gotten to first payouts plenty of times, but that second payout to make another $5,000 on top of the $5,000 I've already made, proving to be quite difficult. Especially because in that time period, you're gonna hit a day where it's just it's gonna be the worst. All last week, basically, worst price action of all time. Seriously, such bad price action last week, and it was just very difficult conditions. All the days yesterday or last week were just super choppy, and I was trading, I was trading from open to close in the regular trading hours. So it was just like a mental grind, but you're gonna hit days like that, and basically if you're trying to get 2 payouts, sometime in that stretch of time, you're gonna have a very hard day, and the thing is you can have multiple hard days, and it's gonna be very difficult to be all right, I took my hits here, and I'm just gonna call it a day. It's hard. And it said, what's the recent trade second entry? No, that's a fail second entry. Right, basically it was a fail second entry short on the 2500 tick chart above the 20 MA, bouncing off the 20 MA perfectly, really good signal bar. So I decided to go long here. All right, we finally broke this high, so we're gonna end the stream. Like I said, if we break this high, I'm ending the stream. But Pandas, that's my plan. That's what I'm trying to get to. Right, we are already. You can rewind it, listen to it in half speed. I explained everything what I just explained, or why I entered that trade, but. We are trying to get to that third payout. 20 accounts, all on static threshold. Can we do it? That is the question. Can we do it? And that's what we're striving for. If we can get to that 20 accounts, static thresholds on 150K accounts, whoo-wee, that is some good bamboo. We can make life-changing money. $500,000 a year. That's only making $100 per account. $100 per day. $100 per day. That's a 5-point scalp on the Nascraq. 5-point scalp, and we've been making average $1,500 per day. We're making 15x the amount we need once we hit our goal. Jeez Louise, we're almost there. Pandas, don't forget today's the last day to use BBM for 90% off, and I will take full advantage of it because they have been stingy. Apex has been stingy with these 90% off accounts or promos. Very stingy. So when it comes around, I would say, right, buy when it's cheap. Buy it when it's cheap. Buy a bunch of evals. Even if you don't pass them, within the next week or so, it's okay, right? You have all month to pass them. And the thing is, it's actually better to buy more than if let's say you like to have 5 accounts. Buy 20 evals. Buy 20 evals. Because if you fail 5, let's say you fail 5, you like to go 5 at a time. You fail 5, guess what? Then you have your next 5 loaded up, and it's cheaper than resetting. It's cheaper than resetting, the first 5. So that's why it's actually beneficial to actually just buy a bunch of the 90% off, because it's cheaper than resetting. So you just have them all loaded up. That, in my opinion, is the best thing to do, and honestly, is the best bang for your buck. So, take it how you want it. But with that being said, pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. We're gonna have an excellent day. Actually, tomorrow, pandas. Actually, tomorrow. One sec. Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, we're streaming tomorrow. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. And with that being said, pandas. Last question. Jay Staniel asks, "What's static threshold?" Static threshold is when you. All right, you guys are free to leave. You already know what static threshold is, but if you hit the minimum you need to withdraw, which is essentially the threshold amount. If you don't know what trailing threshold is, let me explain the trailing threshold very quickly. Basically, on your accounts with Apex, you have a trailing threshold. And this threshold, if you ever hit the threshold, your accounts get liquidated, right? They close your accounts, you bust your accounts. Let's say for the 50K accounts, the threshold is $2,000, okay? The 50K accounts threshold is $2,000. If you lose $2,000, they close your accounts. But it trails with your profits, unrealized gains. So let's say you make $100 on your, on your accounts. Then now your trailing threshold goes up $100. And so from that point, if you lose $2,000, your accounts get busted. So, and it's unrealized. So let's say you're in a trade, it goes up $100 and then comes back down, you come out break even. The trailing threshold still goes up $100. So you lose $100 of trailing threshold. Now, with the 50K accounts, the trailing threshold amount you get is $2,000. If you can make $2,000 on your accounts, then your trailing threshold stops and turns to a static threshold. So now, at that point, if you make money, your threshold doesn't move anymore. And basically, if you go make your account go down to zero, then your accounts get busted. RG says trade threshold for 50K accounts is 2,500. It's been a long time. I've been trading the TPT accounts, and they're 2,000. But 50K accounts, sorry, 50K accounts on Apex is 2,500. Sorry about that. I'm mistaken. We got a second entry long for me here, but it is choppy and not coming off any type of support here. But if you're very bullish here, this is an okay trade to take. There is a tricky consistency rule. Yeah, Austin here brings up a tricky one. People know about the 30% consistency rule when it comes to profits, but people don't realize it actually applies to also your losses. So if you lose, right, more than 1,500 on like a day, then that all go into your that will be considered part of your consistency. You got a part of your 30% consistency. So it's actually positive and negative. People don't realize that, but that's why Apex rules. That's why I like TPT, and I promote TPT every day here because I love the freedom. You can trade how you want to trade. You can withdraw whenever you make profits because it's one day withdrawals. The experience of TPT you get when it comes to Apex is just night and day, especially when it comes to funded accounts. But the thing about Apex is that you can have up to 20 accounts. 20 accounts. 20 accounts. And if you can get up to 20 accounts and trade consistently, man, oh man, I'm telling you, you never need to work again. You never need to work again. Seriously. You can make... It's crazy how much money you can make. You might as well just trade micros at that point with 20 accounts. You'll make so much money still. You just even trade micros just to prevent yourself from busting your accounts. All right, pandas. I think that's enough for today. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you guys there. And as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.